Hey, what up, Long Beach? Happy Thanksgiving. It is time for the show, your weekly 5-minute video rundown of all the top local sports stories.
Show is brought to you by the Long Beach Post and is hosted by us, the 562.org, JJ, Mike, where it's raining outside, by the way, and it's also turkey time.
It is turkey time, so happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And we just wanted to take this moment and say thank you to you, Long Beach Sports. We consider ourselves two of the luckiest guys in the world to be working at the jobs that we get to work each and every day here in one of the best cities ever.
We love covering sports in Long Beach. We love being able to work with our friends here at the Long Beach Post. We really do truly feel very blessed and we're very grateful every day that this is the job we get to do. And we appreciate your support of the Post. We appreciate your support of the 562.org.
Now, PSA, if you're out there doing some turkey trot or maybe a turkey bowl type situation, it's wet out there, okay? Stay safe. Make sure you stretch before. Let's not have nobody get hurt here on this holiday.
Got a chance to cover the last football game in Long Beach for the 2019 season. LBCC hosting Southwestern College in the most boring bowl game name I've ever seen, the Southern California Bowl. But the Vikings made it an exciting game. They went up 20-16 in the halftime and held on, shut out Southwestern College in the second half to claim a 20-16 win. It's their fifth bowl game championship in 6 years.
Redemption for sure for Brett Peabody and his football program. They wanted to get back to winning ways this year, and they certainly did that. They also have a huge crop of guys, sophomores, who are going to be signing and going on to 4-year colleges. And honestly, that's how you get good in junior college football. You have to create a program where people can see you get talent in and then send talent out to those big schools. Brett Peabody has really turned that program around in a very short amount of time, and I think it's because he's getting guys to the next level. That being said, it's also because he's built a fence. There's a lot of Long Beach talent on these Viking squads.
Yeah, and it was kind of funny. You sort of take that for granted when you're covering LBCC because all the kids are local. We know them all from Poly, from Wilson, from Mayfair, from Bosco. And then they play a team like Southwestern, who, by the way, LBCC was also better than. Here's a team where the quarterback comes from Texas, their best receiver comes from New York, and you kind of forget that, not all community colleges keep the word community as part of their mission, but we certainly appreciate that LBCC does that. It's fun covering a good team, but it's also fun covering Long Beach kids at a Long Beach school.
They also have a lot of opportunity for success over there at LBCC. If you look at high school football here in Long Beach, if you're not Poly, you're basically playing for one thing, a good playoff run in a division that you can win. At LBCC, you can win a conference championship. You can win a national championship. You can win a state championship. You could also win a bowl game. So there's a lot of chances for the black and red to be successful. And I think, honestly, when you're dealing with kids of that age at that time in their lives going to a JC, every little bit of success matters.
Speaking of another sport where, basically the way you're successful is if you're competing on the last day of the season, the Long Beach Poly boys cross country team for the third consecutive year going to Clovis for the CIF State Cross Country Championships. The last time anyone from the city did that, it was Poly during their run in the late 90s, 96 to 2000, when they won CIF 5 years in a row. So for them to go back to back to back, first time head coach Mike Philippou has done that. It's a huge deal for them, led by Ronan McMahon Staggs, the league champion who we've discussed on the show before. But they're getting ready right now to cross the grapevine covered in snow to go up and run at a state finals where it's supposed to be in the mid to high 30s at the start of the race.
It's going to be crazy cold up there, but the Jackrabbits are hot on the track for sure. And you mentioned him, McMahon Staggs. Honestly, right now, if he keeps running like he's running, he's going to be one of the better runners you and I have covered here in the city in the last 10 years or so. And that's really saying something because we've seen some really good runners here.
Frustrating end to the seasons for both the Long Beach State and the LBCC men's water polo teams, both of them falling in championship games by razor-thin margins against the teams that have been their rivals all season.
Yep.
The Vikings led or were tied in the state championship game against Golden West for all but 30 seconds. The problem was it was the wrong 30 seconds of the game. They ended up losing that thing right at the end. And kind of a similar frustrating kind of a feeling for the Long Beach State water polo team.
Yeah, once again, they were right there ready to win the GCC and just got edged by host Pepperdine in Malibu last weekend at the GCC tournament. So just missed out on going to the NCAA tournament. But I guess good signs for both teams that they were led by first-year players and guys who went to the program to play for for that program. You know what I mean? Like the guys who came over from the overseas to play for LBCC, guys like Austin Stewart, who came to Long Beach State because he wanted to play Long Beach State water polo. I think we're only starting to see the growth and improvement of those teams right now is the beginning. I don't think this is the end. I think those teams are going to get a lot better, and they're also in good positions to get to the postseason.
I have to agree with that, and we hope you have a safe, happy Thanksgiving. We will be thinking about you guys. Hope you're thinking about us. Thanks for everything. Have a great holiday.